Alright, so today we're going to fish with this LEWS rod, Laser HS Speed Stick. So this is a $30 rod. I'm pretty certain this is a Walmart exclusive. I think it was Fishing with Norm or Yak Pack or maybe both of them bought this at Walmart, and they were saying in their videos it's a Walmart exclusive. You can't buy it anywhere else, and I haven't seen this anywhere else, so I'm pretty certain they're correct about that. So I bought a 7-foot medium heavy fast action, and this is recommended 3/8 ounce to 1 ounce. So we're going to be throwing with our weight. Our weight's going to be less than 3/8, and then we're going to be throwing a worm on there probably. I was going to throw a crawl, but I think a worm's going to have a little bit more weight for us, and we'll feel that bait at the end, the sensitivity a little better. So I think I probably should throw a little stick bait, a little Senko around. And we're down here at the river. I caught a 7.5 pounder down here. So if we hook into a trophy bass, an 8+ pounder on a $30 rod, we can really see what this thing is made of.
Time out, time out. All right, I just have to say this. I have to show this. I catch 2 giant bass. Giants, all right? And I do it later in the day when I'm filming a different video. But I just have to show you because these giants were caught on this rod. And I wanted to test this rod with some giants, and I do it. I just do it when I'm filming another video. So I got to show you a couple snippets of this. And if you want to see the full video and really see how big these bass really are when I hold them up next to me and really get a good look at them, then make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you hit that notification bell so you'll be notified when that video drops. But first, let me show you those giants I'm talking about. And I do boat flip them with this $30 rod. Check this out.
Oh my goodness, that's a freaking monster. I caught another one, boat flipped him. I just said I'm not going to boat flip them, and I boat flipped them. Oh, I caught another big one.
All right, so those are those big fish, and trust me, they look so much bigger. They are so much bigger, like, in the rest of the video that's dropping tomorrow. So if you're not subscribed, or you are subscribed, and you don't have that notification bell hit, you might want to hit that notification bell so you can check those out. All right, now let's get back into today's video and check out the rest of this.
But I'll tell you right now, I mean, this is obviously my first impressions of this because it's the first time I'm fishing with it. But I wasn't planning on buying this in Walmart. I saw it and I said, oh, check that out. And I started looking at it. The guides, I mean, they look good. I wouldn't have thought this is a $30 rod, I mean, they don't look like, it doesn't look like a $150 rod, but it sure as heck doesn't look like a $30 rod. So I was just checking it out, looking at it. There's nothing wrong with this. I don't see anything wrong with this. I use rods that are between $100 and $200, or was $200 at one point, and those rods are really lightweight. This is slightly heavier. I will say that it's slightly heavier than the rods I'm used to, but the cheapest rod I'm referring to is more than 3 times the price of this. And when I say slightly, I do just mean slightly, just slightly. So this is comparable to more expensive rods just off first impressions. And I even have the ugly stick, and that's $50 or sometimes even more than $50. That is a lot heavier than this. So I was actually looking at rods to get something that's a moderate action that bends a lot more, because I recently stepped on the end of my Abu Garcia and I broke the tip. So I need a new rod that has some bend to it. But when I saw this and they have medium heavy fast action, I can fish more techniques with this. And frankly, I have a 7-foot medium heavy fast action. It's that ugly stick that's $50 that a lot of people consider indestructible. A lot of people consider the best cheap rod out there. I don't like it. It's way too heavy. This is a lot lighter than that rod, and it's almost half the price of that rod, and that rod's considered cheap. So this rod is insanely cheap, and I'm anxious to see if it's any good. If it's good and it's $30, I recommend you go out and get one. I'm just going to be honest. I'm not I'm not affiliated with LEWS in any way. I'm not affiliated with any company in any way, but I'm just going to keep it real with you. If it's good and it's $30, jump on it, because these sort of deals, these sort of products, when they hit shelves and people find out they're good, they end up disappearing and everyone's going, man, I should have got one while I had a chance. So we're going to find out if it's that good. All right, let's get to fishing. All right, let's get to it. Get over towards this bank. The water is low right now. The water has been so high that it was unfishable. So this is like really good news. Really good news. I'm looking forward to catching some fish down at the river again. All right. Shoo. Just fish these ponds on my way to the next spot in the river. Got one. Oh, got one of my first fish on here. Feels pretty good. No, it's not. Maybe I have them hooked funny. Woo! All right. Yeah, he's hooked. He's hooked good right in the side of the... Don't you dare. He's hooked good in the side of the cheek, but he's hooked way down inside. All right, first fish caught on the LEWS rod. All right. A little chunky guy. Grew up to be Big Bertha. That's all I gotta say. There we go. Oh, I just bumped something. Thought it was a bite for a second. But hey, you can feel the sensitivity. I don't even have a lot of weight on here. Usually you feel things a little better the more weight you have on. I have very little weight on here, and I felt even slight bumps. So this is actually pretty sensitive. That's very good news. All right, that cast was perfect. It was right up against the wall. Oh, I got him. I got him. He's tiny, no wonder. Dude, look how good this rod is. I was sitting here thinking, I got to catch a giant fish to see how good this rod is. But look how small this fish is. Look how small this fish is. This thing is absolutely tiny. And I just felt these guys biting like 3 times in a row. A fish this small, I can feel. This is big enough to use as bait. So, I mean, this rod is sensitive. Like, I feel like the more weight you have on your line, you can feel more things, like when you're bumping against the bottom and stuff like that. We don't have a lot of weight on here. You know, we have what? An 1/8 ounce? We have like an 1/8 ounce weight on. And then we have a little tiny crawl that's not even like filled with salt. This is not a heavy crawl at all. So this is a very light setup. And we can feel the subtlest of bites. This is interesting. This is interesting. Now, if we catch a giant along with a dink like that, oh, then we're talking. Then we are talking. You know, not every rod is sensitive, and not every rod is cheap and sensitive. So, uh-oh. LEWS is starting to impress me a little bit. Uh-oh. Got one right here. All right. Shoo. Another little one. So we're going to head up to another spot on the river where there's some bigger bass. Hopefully we catch that 7+ pounder. Can't wait. Ooh. I don't know if I can get across that. That looks pretty sketchy. Yeah, that's a long jump right there. Dang. So over there is where I wanted to go, around this corner. So before, see where this water is coming over this tree? Before, the water was beneath this tree. And we could walk across this. But then the water levels got so high that all of this tree was underwater. So the water levels have dropped a lot, but not to where they were. Because you could completely walk across this before, and you can't now. We are going to go to the next spot. All right, so this is the part of the river that I caught that 7.5 pounder. Got one. Oh, is that a fish or am I stuck? I'm stuck. Hopefully it's a fish stuck behind, like stuck behind something. Oh, came out. Oh, I bent my hook out. Jeez. Well, we didn't break the rod, but we did bend the hook out. I guess that's another good thing for the rod. Check that out. That's bent straight up. It should be going across there. It's going up. So, didn't mess with the rod any. We didn't hook into a giant, but I guess in a way we kind of did. Oh, got one. Dude, he bit it immediately. Dude, as soon as it hit the water. Dude, I can't even feel him. He must be swimming at me. Oh, he's a good one. Dude, he really swam at me. Oh my goodness. Not a bad one at all. Guys, check out that eyeball. It's like golden. Looks like it's got like it's infected or something, like moss growing on it compared to that one. Something's wrong with his eye. All right, that's the best one so far, fishing with the LEWS reel. Not a bad one. Let's throw him back in there. Woo! That one actually felt, I barely even felt that one. Like I barely even felt him on the line. Whereas with the smaller ones, I really felt them, so that's weird. I don't think that has anything to do with the rod. I think it was how I hooked those small ones. And then that was, he swam from over there to all the way here like that. So I just couldn't reel fast enough so that line was slack, but still caught him with the LEWS rod. It handled that fish just fine. We're gonna get back to fishing here and we're gonna catch some fish. We're not done testing out this rod yet. Woo! It's good so far. It's gonna be in rotation though, on a regular basis on the channel. I already know it's gonna be in rotation. All right, let's get back to fishing. Oh, I just got a little bite. Got one. Yeah, a little tiny guy. Dude, this rod is super sensitive. I can even feel these little tiny bites. I'm genuinely impressed right now by the sensitivity of this rod. Look at this little guy. That is crazy that I can feel those little bites so well. That is really impressive. Alright, so we caught 5 or 6 fish on the LEWS Walmart special. Another thing I didn't mention is this is a nice color, that yellow and that gray with that touch of black. I like that. So I really don't have anything bad to say about it. $30, I mean, it goes beyond $30 in value. There's no doubt about that. I mean, I really wanted to hook into like a 7.5 pounder. I mean, who doesn't, right? But you don't catch those fish every day, let's be honest. And so I really wanted to hook in to a big fish and see if this bad boy could handle a monster. Because if I pull in a trophy bass, an 8+ pounder, you know, up on the bank, or I boat flip it up onto the bank with this bad boy, oh my goodness, I might go clear out all the Walmarts. But so I really wanted to test it. I really wanted to find out about that and see how much it could hold up, how much it could stand. Actually, the biggest fish we caught felt like the smallest fish, and that was because it was swimming at us. So we didn't get a true test with our first experience with this, but at the same time, it was really sensitive. Like, it really surprised me because it's a stiffer rod. It's medium heavy, fast, so it's stiff, and we're not fishing with a lot of weight. So you're not gonna feel every little thing. I don't with a lot of the rods that I use. I was feeling every little thing. I was actually really impressed. Like, I really genuinely like this rod. It is really $30. I mean, you just throw $30 into the equation and forget about it. I mean, oh my goodness, I really love it when it comes to that. If you're balling on a budget, or you want to throw your first, bait caster combo, but you don't want to spend a lot of money. Actually, they have this rod also for spinning reels as well. So spinning reels, bait caster, I'm imagining it's just as good for spinning reels. So I could see a lot of, dang, racing much? Every time I do a video, I'm always in these really populated areas where it's just tons of noise. But yeah, I mean, I think this would suit so many people. I'm not affiliated with LEWS in any way, and I mean, they did a good job with this. This is a good $30 reel. I mean, I'd buy this all day long. So I have no complaints about this. I thought I'd throw it out there. I bought it. I was going to use it. I was going to test it. So I might as well, share my thoughts, right? And that's part of the Reel Journey experience. And if you want to subscribe to the channel, I will just say, I will post the Black Max, the Abu Garcia Black Max video at the end of this video. I just bought that at the same time I bought this. And then I'm going to film the two combined together and make another video. So expect that soon on the channel. So if you're subscribed, you'll see all that good stuff. And that's going to be it. I just have to say that, it's really important to know that